Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Spotlight Show, where we put the spotlight on people all around the country. I am your host, the bipolar high roller, the unlucky leprechaun, Matt Clark. Today, before we get into our guest, please go to the YouTube, subscribe, like. It's free to support your friends, so go do that. Today, we have a Worcester legend in the building. Millz. What's up, my friend?
Hey, what up, man? What up? Thank you for having me, bro. Like, it's
Hell
cool.
yeah.
It's been a while since we spoke, so to be doing this live is cool. Really cool.
Yeah, I'm grateful, man. I'm grateful for sure. So let's just get into it, bro. I remember you. So the first time I heard of you was MySpace,
Yeah.
buddy. So how does it feel to be in the rap game for almost a decade and a half, just grinding away, dude?
Bittersweet, bittersweet. I'd like to be farther than I am now, but I mean, honestly, like with anything that you really truly love, it becomes less of work. It's fun now. Yeah, I mean, the more fun it gets, the more like it seems like it's naturally coming with people actually liking it. You know what I mean? Before, I think I was trying to like uh, construct everything and conceptualize everything as opposed to just making the music how I wanted to. And yeah, but it feels
Hell
good.
yeah.
Long answer.
It's a labor of love, my friend, right?
It is. It really is. It really is.
So remember Club Blurry?
I do. I had
Yeah.
one of my release parties there. Yeah.
Which
Uh,
record?
DNA, I believe. The DNA Volume 1. Yep.
Where
That
so
was,
that was 2010, dude.
dude, for real. It had to be, right? Like, it might even be 9, to be honest with you. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was definitely over 10 years ago. Over 10
yeah.
years.
I remember seeing like Big O would perform there. I think I saw Joyner one night there.
Yeah,
I
man.
but
Uh,
do you have any crazy Blurry stories for us or what?
uh, Blurry. Well, remember Mass Appeal TV?
I do. Shout out to
So yeah, they had invited me down there one night. They were doing like ciphers. They were filming ciphers, and they invited me down there. And I just like assumed the whole grindhouse was gonna be down there. And it was literally ended up just being me showed up. And I only knew Manny MacGyver. And there were so many when I grabbed the mic, they were like, "Who the fuck is this fat white kid?" Like it was just so many people unfamiliar with me, and it was just like, who the hell is this? But yeah,
Uh,
that
when
was
you say
wild.
when you say fat white kid, it could be either you or Resno. So
Exactly, exactly, exactly.
you mentioned the grindhouse, dude.
Yeah,
Fucking Jay Black, dude.
the
He's
man,
one of the most talented artists in Worcester. Like
for sure, hands down.
the most unmotivated too. I mean, he is a kid now. He is a kid, but like, dude, that kid can
Oh
rap.
man, it kills me. Like once a day, it kills me because I know in that group, I feel like my plan was to just literally let him go. You know what I mean? Like I would have took the back burner. I would have told everybody else just let him go because he just had it. He has it. You know what I mean? And I would never
Yeah.
say he had it because he could jump back in right now and captivate audiences. But he really, it always bothers me. I'm like, yo, I know you could have been like, if you look back on it, Joyner's first album, he gave him a full song. Just Jay Black is on it. Joyner's not even on it. It's just Black. You know what I mean? So
That's crazy.
yeah, so weird.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Black's nuts, dude.
So
So
good.
I mean, everybody in that squad, you guys were that was almost like the slaughterhouse of Worcester at one point.
Oh man, we were doing so many shows. Like everybody was doing shows. Like everybody was booking their own. Like somebody had a Tuesday and a Wednesday, and we were just making the rounds at all of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude, I miss the vibe of like
Me too.
I don't feel like Worcester's been like that since those days, dude.
For
You know what I
real.
mean?
Yeah, it's very disconnected. And I think it has to do with like most of our media outlets, like Pulse Magazine and Worcester Magazine, are totally clueless to what's actually going on. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that's probably why. And it kind of gets hard for a mass amount of people to get behind something they don't really know about, you know?
But at the same time, do you feel like we need magazines in 2022?
No,
I mean,
definitely
like,
not.
yeah,
Definitely not. Definitely not. But even publications of any sort, like Worcester, well, like Worcester Bumps is doing a good job of it right now,
shout out
and
to that.
yeah, facts, and like just a bunch of people like to actually get the culture part behind of it. You know what I mean? People who've actually put in work. Like for people to say that I'm a legend, it's weird for me to hear, but you can't argue facts, man. I've been doing this for 15 years with next to no pay for it. I mean, and I've just
Yeah,
been grinding. So legend in the sense of I really put my time in. You know what I mean? My dues are paid anyway.
for sure. Yeah. So speaking of that, you have a new record coming out. You wanna plug that a little bit for us?
Yeah, it's out. It's the Middle
Oh,
Finger
it's out.
LP. Yeah, yeah. It dropped July 4th. It's called the Middle Finger LP. It's called MFLP if you're searching for it because I ran into so much fucking problems promoting it, and I even had to blur the middle finger out on the cover because people like I couldn't promote it. I couldn't put any money behind it, so it's now censored to the MFLP. But I had a lot of fun doing it. It's like my realest body of work because I got my own studio. I didn't go out to some engineer and have them do it. I sat with myself and you know what I mean. And then I sent the records out to my boy Nick's Mix, who's so good. He does Woo City Pat stuff, and yeah, I love this album. This album has been so well received. When you get a chance, let me know what you think.
Yeah, for sure. Where can I find it?
All streaming platforms, like anywhere you stream music, iTunes, Spotify, Deezer, whatever the fuck,
You
YouTube.
got it. You got it on the YouTube yet?
Yeah, it's on YouTube. It's on YouTube Music. So I'm distributed through DistroKid. So they just throw it out to anywhere that will take some fucking music.
That's awesome. So I was in the old treatment recently. It was about a couple months ago now, and like there was some bozo from Springfield, and he was showing us like his local rappers or whatever. So I started putting them on, and like I noticed like at that point you didn't have very many like visuals, like
Yeah,
when
I
I
still
typed
don't.
in 9 Millz, uh I think one record came up and it was like a smoking song, and you were like, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, definitely. I definitely have like zero visuals. I have like one actual visual that's just solo me, and then the rest of them are like MIB stuff that are from a while ago.
Yeah,
Um,
so drop knowledge on MIB for us, because Resno is a monster, dude, both in
Resno,
solo and on the mic.
Resno is my brother, man. Like he was in Grindhouse with me, and after that kind of dispersed, we all kind of went our separate ways. Me and him stuck together, and we started our own thing called MIB, which is now Defiant Air. We do clothes and stuff like that. But it's basically just me and him, and we just got great chemistry, rap wise. Like even when we don't put nine out, we just sit there and throw on beats and just rap together. You know what I mean? Like I enjoy making music with Resno. So he's like my rap partner. We're in business together. Even this album is released on Defiant Air, which he is half owner of. So
Hell yeah. I mean, we'll have to get Resno on too, because he's
definitely,
great.
definitely, he's working. He's got like life happens to people. Like so he didn't drop anything this year, but we have so much shit in the bag that he's a little bit more picky than me. I'll fucking throw whatever out. Listen to it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm no longer in the rap game, but that was my thing too. I was just like very picky with like what I put out, and like even now I look back and it's kind of cringe. But so did you ever come to the rap battles?
No, I never went to one, and they wanted me to go so bad. Like, I'm a super social, like antisocial person. Like, I got
Which is
social anxiety. It's crazy. It's so weird because I hit the stage and it leaves. But I followed it. You know, I always was a fan of you. I'm a big fan of Bless. Like, I love NBA. Like, I think that is such a dope staple of Worcester.
Yeah, we're
Like,
not gonna plug them on the show, but
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
no, you good, brother, you good.
All right, yeah,
I'm being a dick, but
yeah.
so I want to touch on that real quick. Like, I can totally relate to like the antisocial thing, and everybody's like, "Oh, you're a rapper, you're a comedian," but like, it's like when you control the attention, it's way different. Like
It is.
I don't even like going to the grocery store because it's too
Me
many
neither.
eyeballs, too many. It's just a very, very
Yeah,
strenuous thing for
I
me.
play the fucking the transaction in my head. Like, what is she gonna say when I go to? Did I put too many items on? Like, I have that type of too much thinking about what's
So,
gonna happen. Are they looking at me? Do I look like shit today? You know what I mean? Like, it's just, yeah, antisocial is bad.
yeah, growing up, man, like we had this rule: you don't wear sweatpants in public because it was just super white trash, dude. And like now I wear sweatpants are cool again, so I wear
Yeah,
sweatpants
yeah, it's
everywhere.
in style. It's in style. It's comfortable too.
Also, I have like a big fear of ending up on peoplewalmart.com. Like,
Me too, bro. Because nobody's in their finest hour when they go to Walmart. They're going to get some shit. You know what I mean? Like,
nah, yeah, you're in there with stains on your pants and shit. It's just like it's a bad look, dude.
yeah, dead
A
ass.
necked out T-shirt, you don't even care.
Oh hell yeah, your neck's all stressed out.
uh,
Yeah,
I mean,
it sucks because being a rapper, you honestly half the job is being able to rap good, and the other half is going to sell yourself to people. And
oh,
like,
for sure. No.
yeah,
I feel like when we first started, it wasn't like that, dude. Like
no,
you
no,
just
you
had to rap. You had to go to the shows and you had to rap, and that was
right,
it.
and then the label took care of the rest or whatever else. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? They made you look like a star with however they promoted you. Now you got to get on TikTok and all these other things and like be up on everything. You know what I mean?
I do
Otherwise,
love a TikTok.
me too. I love TikTok. I'm on
I'm
there.
I'm addicted to melatonin and TikTok like a 13-year-old girl, dude. Those are my two. Those are my two vices, dude. I
Yeah,
love a
man.
nice melatonin and I love TikTok.
Does that help
But
you sleep?
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
I've
I
never
would
done
take.
it.
Oh, dude, I would take a Seroquel if you had it, but uh, or a nice Trazodone.
Yeah, that puts you
You're
out.
not on any prescribed medications?
I am, but not for sleep. I should be because I'm a super insomniac. But when they did, I think it was trazodone. That shit like knocked me out for the next day. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like I
it's
just,
nice.
yeah, it's nice, dude.
You wake up with a little Trazodone hangover, and you just
Facts. Like I drank or some shit like that. Yeah, yeah.
uh, what did so Roseanne took Ambien and
Yep.
said made a bunch of made a bunch of racial slurs and was like, "Yeah, I was on Ambien."
Yeah.
So
That's.
I would
I
be
guess you get
careful
high
for
on
that.
Ambien.
I would skip the Ambien if you could. So we were talking about the studio earlier. So you have one in the crib now?
Yeah, I'm moving now, but I did set myself up a nice studio with a booth and all that shit.
So
But
tight, dude.
yeah, it's like literally that's my opinion of making it because like I never had that. I literally always paid out of my paycheck $200 and $300 to go watch somebody mix some shit that I didn't really love the way they did it. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
you don't want to be like, hey, I know you went to a bunch of school for this, but I don't like the way this. It's just it's better for me to be able to nitpick what I want. You know,
Well, there's benefits to both, I feel, because
for
like
sure.
if you well, let's mention you went to Deep Blue, right?
Yep.
Bruh, back in the day, that felt like that made
Superstar.
me feel like I made it.
Yeah, for real. Especially in Studio A. Like that shit, like where you were in the fucking Dr. Dre booth where they could see you. Like, yeah,
Yeah,
I
with
did
the
that a
wood
couple of
panels, yeah.
times.
That
Yeah, but I quickly realized that the same soundboards in Studio B. It's just literally the aesthetics of how it
yeah, I
looks.
spent a lot of time in Studio B.
Me too.
Um,
Me too.
but what we did one record in Studio A, and it was really fire. But like, so there's a vibe with having all your boys in the studio. But I mean, you can do that at your crib.
Yeah,
But there's also like an added pressure, dude. You know what I mean? Like
it sure is.
you have an engineer, and you keep fucking up, and you're like, yo, and then you feel like you're wasting his time. You're wasting your money if you can't get it right.
For sure. Yeah.
So it's just like there's a lot of stress in that. But like
Right.
at your own house, it's like at your own leisure, and you're allowed to fuck up as many times as you want.
And with me is like I'm not like your average. I got like a lot of ICP in my background, so like the shit I experiment with is like I don't have time to if when at $60 an hour, I don't have time to go in there and do something that just doesn't work. You know what I mean? It's
Oh,
just
yeah.
like, and now he's looking at me like, what are you singing about? Like, you have to have the creative space in your own freedom to do shit like that to get out of your comfort zone. For me, anyway, because I'm antisocial as it is. So I don't want to go do some weird shit at Just Lou Studio when Jadakiss was in there the night before. And then my biggest fear is like, they're like, yo, listen to this fucking shit this fucking fat white kid did the other night. You know what I mean? Like, but
Yo, do you have headphones, buddy? Because I can hear my voice on your end.
I do. Yeah, let me try.
Fuck it.
You sure?
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah.
Yeah, let me
But
try that a little.
yeah, shout out to Deep Blue, man. So besides you, so speaking of fire white rappers, do you remember Beige Bannon, dude?
Beige is definitely, if I were gonna mention white rappers in the city, if that was like a category, yeah, he's top. He's top. I used to watch Breakfast with Beige. I remember that shit. He had a YouTube channel where he just eat fucking breakfast and talk, and I watched it all the time.
Good at it, dude. The swaggiest white dude.
So good that there's one video where he's like dressed as like a cracker or some shit like.
So good. One second, buddy.
Yep.
So yeah, so
Beige is great, man. He's such a good rapper. Like, and like these are the people we came up under. So like I learned from Beige. Beige would teach me shit, you know what I mean? And Just Lou even and Aries, all them motherfuckers would like take me under their wing and say, hey, don't say this, don't do that. You know what I mean? Like, because I would be retarded on MySpace. That's how far it goes back. You know what I mean?
They told you not to say that word?
Yeah, definitely. I actually learned. My cousin is black and she's a lesbian. So like real quick, she like didn't want me to say bitch or the N word real quick. I was like 11 years old. She beat my ass and she was like, no. Every time you're gonna get beat up for that.
Yeah, but there was definitely a time where we thought that was like appropriate.
Yeah, I mean, I listened to like a bunch of white artists that used to do it. You know what I mean? They used to even, I don't know if you know, if Twisted and ICP, they used to like let that shit fly because they're from Detroit and that shit was cool. But here it's not. It's like, and honestly, in my older age, like I watch people do it and I like cringe. It's like,
oh,
that was so bad. Especially white girls who do it. Like, it's like, oh God.
Yeah, there was a time where like we thought a pass existed. Like just because one black friend said you could say it doesn't mean.
I'm not trying to throw nobody under the bus, but Grindhouse, they didn't care. They were like, go ahead. Like, you got it. You can do it. I'm like, nah. You set me up to fail, brother.
Yeah, that's so funny, dude. Buddy, I thought I had my headphones on the whole time, but I've just been straight out audio, dude. This might sound like shit, but whatever, dude.
I mean, whatever.
It's the first
learning curve, right? This is your first time on
doing it all myself because I had a producer the last time, and he was kind of handling all of it.
Yep. Yeah, I watched I think one or two of those episodes. It was
Yeah, he was cool, man. I went to high school with that kid, and yeah, so it was fun, but I don't know what the fuck happened to him. He kind of just fell off the map, dude. And that's the thing with like doing any of these projects, bro. Is just like depending on other people is always like, you know, it's the worst. It's the worst.
It super is, and honestly, like that's kind of how the group thing fell apart. Is like you sit there, you start waiting for people, and then life happens to everybody at separate times, and somebody's got to just keep moving, you know. And
yeah, so
I've literally never stopped. I like even when I probably should have and just got like a regular job, you know. I mean, when I was doing the worst in life, I just kept spending my paycheck on records. You know what I mean?
What's the worst job you say you ever had?
Worst job. I'd say Red Robin. It was like one of my.
I worked there too, dog.
Yo, dude, they put me in that fucking bird costume. The the Red Robin shit.
Yeah.
And like literally they did it in my first 2 days, and then like the second or like my third shift, somebody threw up in the suit and they had to get rid of it or whatever. But that was just the worst. I remember like just thinking like, oh my God, I'm in a bird suit. It's 90 degrees out in Millbury Plaza, just holding the door open for people. Kids are like kicking me in the shins. I was like, oh yeah, this is bad.
They couldn't just give you a spatula. Like, why the bird suit?
I'm not handy. I'm not a cook. I
Oh,
actually
okay.
so I applied for what's the people that greet, what do they call them, hospitality or whatever. So I assumed I was
Yeah,
just
yeah,
gonna be
yeah.
checking people
A
and
host, right?
host, yeah, host. So I applied for that because honestly, I'm like I don't love dealing with food either. Like I'm tactile sensitive. I don't fucking want shit all over my hands. But I ended up being a dish boy there anyway.
It's
So
so crazy that you say that. I think that's like a low form of autism, by the way. But
is it? Is it? I think
yeah,
somebody said that to me before.
I have the same thing, dude. I don't do well with textures,
Yeah,
sound like loud sounds.
yeah.
I don't do well with any of that shit. I think
Like
I got a touch of the tism, dude. But like, you know,
a touch of
maybe
autism.
maybe it's a superpower. I don't know.
Yeah,
But
honestly. Yeah, like the beach fucks me up. Like if I get wet and then sand sticking to me and shit like that, just awful. Hate it.
so let's say you eventually got to kick the bucket. How do you want to go, dude?
Shit. I think I don't suddenly. I definitely don't want to like be terminally ill. I don't want to like find out I'm gonna die in like a couple of months. You know what I mean? I think that's like the worst way. I'd like to like hit the pavement or some shit like that. You know what I mean?
Well, if you know you're gonna die in a couple of months, I feel like you get a lot of sympathy, pussy. Like, listen, ma, I
Facts.
I don't got much time left. Uh, listen here, or like you're just always skipping the line at Disneyland.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
there's a
facts.
lot of perks. Like, I think I'm about to go tell a girl I'm dying right now.
you that might be some new game. You know what I mean? Like
Yo. um, so I
oh
was
shit.
I was real caught. See, I'm comfortable talking about this shit now, but like I was real caught up last year, and like I'm looking at pictures from last year, and I look like a Holocaust victim, dude. I look like I got a little leukemia, dude. I probably at that point I could have told a lady that I had leukemia, and
You
she'd have
could
been
have
like,
you could have
"No,
tricked her.
you're just a crackhead." I would have been like, "Ah, shit, you got
Got me. You don't
it."
know that. I could be a crackhead with leukemia.
uh, that's my make a wish for a huge. It's just like a mountain of crack. Uh, so
Yeah.
anyway, so would you rather drown or would you rather go out in a blaze of fire?
Definitely rather go out in a blaze of fire. I think
Me
that's way
too.
cooler.
Drowning, just thinking about drowning gives me
Is
anxiety.
yeah, that's like the worst, I think. Like
Yeah, like fire. First of all,
fire.
I want people to like blow my ashes in people's face. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
Yeah.
take that,
Take
motherfucker.
that, bitch. Spirit of Matt.
Ugh. Just smells like McDoubles, dude. Anyway.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh shit.
dude, the thing, like, I don't want to be cremated because I feel like like, knowing how trashy my family is, my ashes would just end up in an ashtray with a bunch of Marlboro Lights.
Right. They ended up just using it as an ashtray.
Dude, is anything more gross than, well, cigarettes in general? You don't smoke, do you?
No.
Okay. Cigarettes are so gross, but remember, like, did you ever have an auntie that she would just puff down Bernie's and there would just be lipstick at the end, dude? Did you ever
Yes.
have one of those aunts?
Yeah. And a
Oh,
grandma who did that too.
oh
Just
yeah, those long johns, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
bro. The
Ugh.
fucking gross hunk of lipstick at the end. Yeah.
Looking like Corolla DeVille and shit.
Deadass.
Like how many? So also Disney movie. Like I'm kind of working on a bit about this, but I don't give a fuck. Disney movies were fucked up, and we didn't even notice. Dude.
No,
Like
they
why did that lady want to kill 100 dogs, dude? Like what was her problem?
yeah, that's a dark like let's come up with a plot to a movie and that be it. Like that's
Did
kind of weird.
did the dogs talk? I don't remember.
I don't think so. I honestly didn't get into that movie that much.
Yeah, you seem more like a Homeward Bound kind of guy.
Oh, why do I? Yeah, is that like a not? That's like real live action, right? Homeward Bound.
Yeah, they definitely talked.
Yeah.
Dude,
Like Beethoven.
speaking of dog movies, fucking Old Yeller was a real mood killer, huh?
Yeah,
Like we follow this dog all the way to the end, and they fucking kill him in an outhouse, dude.
you
That
dead
that
ass. Like so dark. Film was fucked up. Like they did not have a lot to like rejoice about in film. You know what I mean?
yeah, dude. I like the movies now. I mean, movies now are sad too, but they're just like sad in a different way.
Right.
Like
Triumphantly sad. Like I don't
yeah.
know. That's pretty fucking dark. It's like, yeah, this is how real life is. Old
Like
Yellow's done.
Di- Di- Disney movies now are like, I'm a 6-year-old lesbian, or like,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's always just weird, dude. Or like, my dad died. It's just like it's just sad in a different way. Even Toy Story was sad. Did Toy Story make you sad?
Yes, for sure, dude. For
Yeah,
sure.
yeah,
It's kind of like about not being fucking needed anymore, right? It's like kind
yeah,
of like you're I don't know. The long picture is like people get old and useless. You know what I mean? Just
yeah.
like toys.
And that kid Sid definitely had a stepdad that beat him, huh?
Oh yeah,
Like
that
why
was
did he like why would but we all knew that kid in the neighborhood that was just like burning action figures for
right.
no
He was a
reason,
real
dude.
character. Like I
Yeah, yeah.
knew somebody just like that, and he was either being beat or whatever.
His
God
mom had
knows.
3 jobs and was never home, so he was just like eating hot pockets frozen.
Yo, dead ass. I feel like if you look in the background of those scenes, there's hot pockets everywhere.
Dude, I hate a hot pocket, dude.
I hate
Anything
hot
like
pockets.
I feel like the only good microwavable food is like a Mama Celeste. How do you feel about those?
I don't really love microwave food at all. Like,
I
I
don't
don't
like
know.
using microwaves, dude.
Me either.
Remember when they said if you kept a phone next to a computer, you'd get cancer?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
how I feel about microwaves.
That's how I feel
Sometimes,
too, honestly. I really don't use microwaves for shit except popcorn. You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah, love a nice popcorn.
yeah.
Sometimes I stare at the microwave and like then I then I just feel a little janky for the day, dude.
Yeah, just get a
I
little buzz
definitely
off.
get high now though because I can't do drugs. So sometimes I'll just
Just
stare at
looking
the sun
for
and do this, and then like you get the stars going. That's all I have to live for these days, buddy.
Yeah. That's dope. That's a
Ah,
good one.
so do you smoke the marijuana still?
Oh yeah, too much. I gotta try to cut it out.
You don't have a probation officer or anything that's watching this, do you?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Good.
So how do you feel about the legal weed? Have you been in a marijuana store?
Yeah. I like it's cool. It's just it's overpriced and
Super overpriced.
it's not great. Like I have better weed connects than the dispensaries, and it's not as expensive. I
There's
think they
just
try to
something,
curate it too much. It's all dry and like crumbly. You know what I mean? Every time I
yeah,
get it, it's like breaks into dust, and I'm not for that.
yeah. There's just something about buying an eighth in an old plastic bag that just does you right. You know what I
It,
mean?
it, it is. It's we're old.
Yeah, dude. It reminds me of that movie Pineapple Express, dude. It's just like you gotta like. I'm sure. I'm sure you buy from like friends or whatever, but like when you
Yeah.
buy it from like an acquaintance, you gotta go and it's like awkward. You gotta small talk.
Yeah.
Usually there's a kid screaming in the background. It's just
Yeah.
it's a whole event, dude. And like you're just like, yo, give me the weed. And sometimes they give you the snickle fruits, dude. And
Yeah.
like that's not cool. So
Plenty of times. Plenty of times. Yeah, back in the day, buying weed was that's why it's kind of good dispensaries because back in the day it could be a real fucked up situation. If you're like nobody's around and you really want to smoke, you'll literally go to the most unsafe, wagged situation and be like, try to get $30 worth of weed. You know what I mean?
and then you get $10 worth of weed for $30. And you're like,
Yeah, exactly. And they're like it, and you're just happy you got weed and not fucking oregano. Because
sometimes I would go to the weed dealer and end up leaving with cocaine, which is never
no, yeah, that was a trick. They tricked you.
yeah, dude. And yeah. So I blame them for my cocaine addiction. Anyway,
It's
so
definitely
so we've been on here half an hour, bro. I'm not gonna keep the whole day going. I kind of want to check the audio and shit, and kind of
definitely.
this went good. But hey, before we get out of here, man, plug your project again. Where can we find you on social media?
Yeah, I'm on Facebook at 9Millz. Literally, you can put 9Millz into anywhere. At 9 Mac if you're like if like you have problems fucking finding 9Millz, but it's at 9 Mac like officially. Defiantyear.com. I have a bunch of merchandise on there. We do like different shit every month, different drops for like different holidays and shit. Doing very well on that. And yeah, the Middle Finger LP is everywhere. Like it's doing. Like I dropped a lot of projects, nothing's ever stuck like this one, so I'm very happy. I think if you were to take a shot listening to me, this is the project to go do it.
As you should. Like I can't really. There's not many other rappers that have been as consistent as you do.
Thank you, man. I appreciate
And
that.
like I can't really think of anybody else who's like really, really like Abby Koto's out there, and I feel like he's doing it very well. But
Yeah,
other, you other you and Rez, like I mean, there's no one really doing it as consistently and as good as you guys.
Yeah, I was talking to Nels, and I was like, "Yeah, we are the last of the Mohicans." He like wanted to link up and do something. I think that's cool, but I was like, "Yeah," it looked like he was part of that crew of the people that was releasing shit with Grindhouse in that era, And he's still doing it.
If only we had a time machine, buddy.
If only, bro. Yeah, I'm at the point. What happened? I'm at the point where I'm just having fun now. Like people are like, "Hey, man, you're pushing 30. It'll level your expectations." And my expectations are nothing but I'm making music for a group of people that have been following me for a real long time, and I'm having fun doing it.
Buddy, you're only pushing 30?
Yeah.
That's
no. I'm 30. I'm over 30.
Okay, that's what I thought. I was like, okay, you pushing mid-30s.
Yeah, I'm pushing mid-30s. Yeah, I was trying to sneak that in, but you got me.
Me too. My hairline's pushing 55.
Oh, bro, I'm done, bro. I'm bald. We out of here.
Out here looking like Slane's autistic cousin, dog.
Oh, hell yeah, bro.
All right, buddy. Hey, this has been great, man. I hope it comes out well. There's no
If not, we'll do it again, right?
Yeah. So, hey, I appreciate you. Hey, go check out 9Millz. Go check out that project. And, yeah, salute. Go subscribe to the channel, man. I appreciate you, bro. Peace.
Appreciate you, bro. Thank you.